Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Westwood Living Podcast. We are coming to you from the garage at BackDoor Tires in Norwood. Marcus Colaire is here. How are you, Marcus?
Great.
Marcus set the tone for me here. He said, listen, we're busy. So if we're ever going to do a podcast, I want you to show up like 5:30, end of day. So the sun has gone down. It is dark outside. And yes, indeed. I mean, you literally just had someone roll up and you did a quick oil change.
Yeah, quick oil change to get them in and out.
So tell me a little bit. Well, I have a lot of questions, but the number one question is, how did you end up here? How did you find this spot, and how long you been here?
I've been here for 7 years now. I was working for another tire company, and from there, my buddy was asking me, like, are you interested in getting a shop in Norwood? And at that point, I was already looking for a shop. So I ended up moving to Norwood, and I think that was the best decision I made because I love the town, and they showing me support. They love me. I'm keeping it going.
Oh, you see, people feel like the music has to be turned down, but it doesn't. Like,
No.
I don't mind the background noise, but I appreciate the respect. Maybe they're just wrapping up from a busy day. Now, how much of this did you have to fill yourself? When you took this whole place over, was it empty, or did you inherit?
Completely empty.
It was completely empty. So you had to bring everything in here.
Start from scratch.
Oh, that's a fantastic story then. So
Yes.
had you previously been anywhere else where you owned the stuff, or did you have
No.
to buy it all?
I bought everything from scratch.
That's
all
insane.
from savings.
Good for you.
All from savings.
So going back, you said 7 years, so we're talking 2018-ish.
Yeah,
About
2018 and 19.
Okay. Well, there's a lot here. And
Yes.
the name of the place is BackDoor Tires. Mm-hmm. And you said you had previously worked at another tire shop.
Yeah.
So do you consider the tire portion of the business to be kind of the anchor of the business? Because
Yes,
you do a lot.
it is the anchor of the business in alignment too. I'm like specialized in alignment for lowered vehicles and lifted trucks. So I do a lot of custom work. So that's why I'm known for in the Boston community, like in the car community. So I do a lot of custom vehicles as well.
All right, let's talk more about that.
Yeah.
So how do you gain a reputation as the guy to go to in that world? And tell me more about that world.
So in that world, I used to do construction as a kid with my dad. And then after my dad passed away, I got into street racing. And then I just fell in love with cars, and I started fixing them, and I found a job in cars, working at a shop, and I went from working at Pep Boys first, and then Town Fair Tire, and then my shop.
Well, the big change and leap is becoming a business owner. You know,
Yes.
it's like taking it over yourself. Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of courage.
Yes.
It takes a lot of chutzpah. And you go through a lot of learning lessons. So
yes.
Take me through that process of just saying, you know what, I'm going to do this myself. What opened your eyes to saying that you wanted to do it yourself?
Doing a lot of side work. That made it a big choice for me. So I started doing a lot of work on the side. After work, I used to work extra to do extra work. And then I used to meet up with friends, work on their cars, and going to the track, working at the track, and then I just decide I'm just going to open up a tire shop.
So what are the issues that you face on a day-to-day basis running a tire shop?
Time, and I need more workers.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you find workers?
Word of mouth. I just tell people I'm just looking for somebody that's reliable, that I could trust, and that could make sure that when the car leaves here that it's correct. Don't rush no cars, and that's another thing a lot of people they do, like tire shops. A lot of people, they come in, they hire kids, and they just rushed it. It's never come out right.
Well, the type of employee you described is basically Andrew, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when did you meet Andrew? Because when I first talked to you guys, it was about a year ago, it was pretty clear that you're pretty tight.
Yeah.
And what's his official title here? Is he a manager?
Yes, a manager.
So
now,
he runs the joint. I love the fact that you're a 1-2 punch, and that sometimes you're so busy, it's Andrew who's got to call and keep things in line. But where'd you find him? And tell me about that relationship.
So Andrew started coming over, I think when we first started, after like 2 years in business, he used to come around because there's on the weekends there used to be a lot of cars outside, like custom cars. Like people used to come in, like because I do a lot of custom cars, so they used to hang out outside the shop. So he used to come around, and after a while he started coming around and hanging around, and then he said I could do some stuff, and because he used to work for another shop. So then he said, I asked him if you want to work, and he's like, yeah. And he just came in.
Now, some of the stuff you described is what I would call what sets you apart. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to answer the question of, in your estimation, what do you think sets you apart? You talked about not rushing jobs and being an expert in what you do, but what do you think sets BackDoor Tires apart from the competition?
I just have pride in it, into doing the work, and especially when it comes to custom cars, that I make sure that when you leave here that it's done right, completely right. And I would stay late. Sometimes I stay here till like 12.
Oh.
When I first started, I used to be here till like 1 o'clock. I remember the latest I stayed here was 2 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa.
Yes. That's when I was on my second, third year working. And I had so much suspension job, that custom suspension job. And those was like big cars, like M6 convertibles, M4s, Audis. So a lot of people, they come in here, and so I like to I like to work end of work, because nobody's coming in the shop.
You're not distracted, right?
I'm not distracted.
I do that sometimes. Like when it's nighttime,
and
you
I
get your stuff done.
Take my nice sweet time, and I complete the job completely.
Yeah.
End of the day, next morning, car's done. Drive smooth.
Yeah, sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
One thing I will give you credit for as a company is responsiveness. And I'm going to tell you a story, a little testimonial. There was a time last year where I had an emergency need, and it was on an odd day.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't sure if you were open. And I called, and nobody answered.
Okay.
And I was like, they must not be open. So I started making some other calls.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, within 10 minutes, Andrew called me back just based on he saw that there was a missed call.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, this is Andrew from BackDoor Tires. I saw that you called. What can I do for you?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're the man. Like, that is so unusual.
Yeah.
That's not typical
Yeah.
to have people be as responsive as that. So I wanted to give you a little tip of the cap in that regard.
Yep.
But does that come from where? Like, where does that level of customer service understanding come from?
It just comes with the satisfaction, just making sure that people that come here, that we give them the opportunity when they come here, that we make sure we take care of them. So we build their trust with them. So if anything happened, they could call us, be like, yeah, they would take care of me. I know they would.
No, you've definitely built up that reputation for sure. What do you think about in terms of growth? What do you think about in terms of the next couple of years in your life? Where do you see this going?
To a bigger store. Bigger store, more employees, and owning the building.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because you're still paying rent for this building.
Still paying rent.
Got it. So I like that. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. And you feel like the business training that you've gotten to this point has put you in the position where you can take that next natural step.
Yes.
That's cool. You're going to
Yes.
stay around here, I hope?
Oh, yes. Definitely stay in Norwood.
Okay.
Yes.
Because people know who you are here.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
moving out of Norwood.
Yeah. Now, in that regard, one of the things we should point out is that when we sat together about a year ago, we talked about, you're going to be in the publication. You don't have that big of an ad in the publication, and that's
Yeah.
okay, because one of the things that actually stood out to you was the fact that we could deliver some of the digital ads
Yes,
through Facebook and
yeah.
Instagram to all the other
And I
zip
see
codes.
it. I see it on my phone, and all my friends be calling me like, "Hey, you got an ad on my phone." And I'm like, "Yeah, it works." Yes.
No, it is. Isn't that like rewarding? I have that happen to me too. Believe it or not, the deal's so good, I bought it myself. Like I bought some of those digital ads for me.
Yeah.
And there is I saw one this morning.
Yeah.
Where like it's like, oh look, there's a Westwood Living ad.
Yeah.
So it is fun. It's
Yeah.
rewarding when you see it working.
Yeah.
And ideally, in this scenario, after we talk and people get to know you a little bit more, we're going to do a business profile that'll be in the December issue. I got to take a picture of you. Don't forget to take a picture of you. And that's the essence of what we're trying to do.
Yes.
So, number one, let me say thank you. I'd like to thank every sponsor
Yes.
for supporting what we do, because without
I appreciate it.
we would not be able to do what we do. And then, as always, if there's ever anything that we can do,
Yes.
no matter what it is, first of all, you got to come to one of my parties.
I have to.
Yeah, you have not come to one of the parties
Yes.
yet. And we do a good job there, and you'd meet a lot of people
Yes.
who suddenly all of a sudden will be doing their tires here.
Yes.
Right?
I would appreciate
So
it.
do that. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. And is it what I'm going to leave you with the final word. What message do you want to get out to potential new clients who may not know about you?
Just come on down, give us a try. Promise to make the best out of it.
So if I'm not going to remember the exact address, but I know from a landmark point of view in Norwood, as you, let's see, kind of by the train station. How do you describe exactly where you are? Because you probably do it every day.
I would say across the street from the train station,
Yeah.
in the Gulf gas station.
In the Gulf gas station, right down the street from like Olivati and the post office in Norwood.
Yep.
You turn right, and it's right next to the Gulf gas station, and you see the BackDoor Tires logo. You're like, I found the joint.
Yeah.
So that's it. What's the official address?
145 Broadway, Norwood.
BackDoor Tires. That is Marcus Colaire. He and his team will take care of you, so make sure you pay a visit. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
As always, if there's someone else you want me to have a conversation with, just send me an email, tleiden@bestversionmedia.com. I'll find that person, have a conversation with them, and then share it with you right here on the Westwood Living Podcast Network. But for now, with Marcus from BackDoor Tires, I'm Tom Leyden saying so long, and thanks for listening.